So we back after some difficulties again. And we explained the card, how you pronounce it, Prana?
Subtle essence of vital life force and breath, flexible and creative. Continue to breathe into the light that exists within you. This is your connection to universal pranic energy. And it's kind of funny, this situation we're going through here, the filming, because it's kind of like the dark cloud outside that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Working against the light. And I have my own theories. I haven't even announced it on my channel yet about what's going on, but you know, run everything through a heart space. You know, the media and the things that you look up right now that you might be looking into. But
and being more connected to Mother Earth.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's so important to raise her vibration, you know, to clean her up and to raise her energetic vibration, her energy field. If we're happy, she's happy. And humanity, right now, we're really unsure. And to be the most sure, in my experience, in my own personal experience, is like being grounded and like admiring the sun, admiring the beautiful Griffith Observatory that we were just looking at, like that structure and all the beautiful trees around it and the vibrant green around it. Like, we have the time to do that now. Yeah. And that's what this is asking us to do. But then you start wondering, well, how is that here? And creation starts making you investigate more.
And then we should start think about why we just realize it when things are bad. Like, why we never really appreciate those things. Like, I'm always looking up to the sky or looking to the ground, like what's under my feet.
Yes.
And that's how I realized how beautiful all that is.
Yes.
And that we, like, sometimes we human beings just treat Mother Earth like trash. Like, there's just so many resources, and if we don't just appreciate those things, they will not come back constantly.
Yes. How is the pollution in Munich?
You mean like about what?
Like what you see compared to here, compared to Los Angeles?
I think there is like more rules like from the beginning, but everything is super strict. So right now, today they announced that everybody has to stay inside. Like, nobody can go outside no more. We're talking right now for those who watch this video in a few years, like at this coronavirus that's going on in 2020, just recently happened, and everything can change so quick within just like 1-2 weeks.
Light switch,
And everybody's acting crazy right now, but people just not under their own control no more. So
right, exactly. And so that's what
no matter which country, by the way, like
it's worldwide
Italy,
lockdown.
Germany, the States right now.
Yes. There's even military moving in right now to Los Angeles. Did you know that?
Yeah, Germany already was, and Italy was already.
So that's what this reading is really telling you. Like, don't act in fear. Approach like. We can't get into everything that we need to get into in one day, but
in one video,
one day even. But guys, ladies, gentlemen, we have time to do this. And instead of being told to go indoors and just like shut off your light and like don't interact with everybody else, like do the exact opposite. Do the things that we were suggesting here. Investigate and also invest in yourself creatively, spiritually. It's time. We can wake up and we can literally change all of this craziness manifestation that some people manifested somehow.
Don't be fearful, because everything the fear you put out will come back in some...
It'll come back, and it also strengthens the cloud out there. You're feeding into this energy of worry, chaos, and fear is just strengthening the gray cloud outside. So running everything through love and happiness, peace and joy and tranquility right now, even though it's very difficult to do so, know that you're not alone. You are safe, and there's this huge transformation going on within us and with the world outside.
And even maybe it's a chance for those who have been you're into trouble with some other people, or you have beef with your best friends or something, like take this time, this little quiet moment, and really think about, was that necessary? Like, is that really, like, maybe you make the step towards peace again.
Yeah.
And not only your inner peace, like the fact that you make the step forward, like leave your ego behind, just like building love and strengthen that relationship you have with people.
I think that's so important right now because we're at home with our families right now. And so what if before this virus, like she was saying, you had beef with your mother, right? And now you're like, well, shit, I gotta eat at the table with her every day, you know? Now we're like, well, maybe I might apologize.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this next card was the Pratyahara, and that was in reverse means this is a time, if you want to show that card to your viewers.
This one?
Yes, and it needs to be that way.
Oh, it has to be this way, right?
Yes. This is the time to retreat and draw back into yourself, letting go of any crutches you've used in the past to make you feel good. Chocolate, coffee, social media, for me, Dr. Pepper, TV shows. Pratyahara translates as to withdraw oneself from that which nourishes the senses. Through releasing attachment to sensual distractions, we move closer to self-realization and eventually inner peace, which is all what we're going for, happiness.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What have you been holding on to distract yourself? Perhaps it's food or material possessions or surrounding yourself with people, which we can't really do right now.
No.
Let go of all of that so you can realize all that you are.
That's good. That's a good message.
And we don't really have a choice right now.
No.
So don't be afraid of those things that you've always wanted to kind of run from right now. Like, you're in a safe place to deal with this stuff right now.
And you have time to realize all those things and really do some inner research, like what's your calling? Why are you here? Like, that's what we're reading into the Starseeds.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I
Beautiful.
love this.
Yeah. So to shorten time, everyone, while we were dealing with our technical difficulties, I went ahead and pulled cards off the top of these decks, and as I called it,
she was screaming when she was pulling this card. She's like, oh my god, do you remember? I was like talking about that.
And I was like, oh my god, look, I told you. It's the Gaia card. Gaia did come out. And she was actually my last post on my social media. My last sacred geometry card was Gaia. The frequency in all of these sacred geometry cards from this lawn deck, each of the back of the cards is the flower of life, and they're all called activations and frequencies of energy. Mm-hmm. So this frequency of this sacred geometry artwork is an activation for you that will transmit for you. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are our great mother, and to the universe that birthed us all. The universe that even birthed our planet.
Yeah.
Our planet even, you guys. So this is the Gaia core crystal. Sacred geometry form in this Gaia card. So this is what you're really wanting to connect to here. All of this, really.
So just a quick question. So for those who are not into card reading and all this, is it necessary to like you had like two different cards right now, right?
Yes.
So these were the first one, the Starseeds cards, and then you pulled all the other cards. Like,
yes.
How important is it to have all those to connect with each other? Is it like more powerful and you have like a bigger picture of everything by having all those?
Yes. And like, for instance, me talking about Gaia, you probably couldn't put a name to it until you saw this, or a form or an image to it until you saw this card. Now you're like, oh, okay, so when I'm breathing, I'm maybe connecting upstairs, right, to cosmos ideas and universal ideas that are coming to me through my intuition, but then I'm running it through the Gaia, the Mother Earth as well. So you're going from up to below.
Okay, so kind of the chakra thing?
Yes.
So I'm not new, but I'm still figuring it out.
Perfect, I love that.
So I try to connect all those. That's why I'm asking some questions.
Yes, please ask any. And I mean, I'm still new too. I didn't even know what this was. I never seen this card before, and I didn't know that they had meditations with these cards. It's amazing. So next we have, and for everyone that is watching us on live, Lauren gets these like itches when she does readings. Okay. So this is the realization card, and this is, I think, beautiful also to sum up this reading, tie off this reading, is like, okay, and these are clarifier cards, so this is like giving you a broader perspective on what this is trying to tell everyone. And seeing a different card might make it click.
I mean, the topic says it already, realization.
Right, realization. So going inside and being like, oh wait, I might be an energy worker. I might be a child of the cosmos. I might be drawn to the stars for more than a reason of just human reasons.
Could it be also realization of what's going on in this world right now to find your inner calling?
Absolutely. Like being drawn to go within to find your calling, realizing that that's what we need to be doing, and then also realizing what that is. And again, I can always help anybody with that.
Now those cards coming that I love so much.
Yes, this is her. She really fell in love with these.
They're so sexy. I can't help myself.
They're so divine femme. I love these cards. So I work with all of these cards, and what I love about this deck is that it helps you realize how intellectual, amazing, and emotionally strong and emotionally intellectual females are. And you know, even men that might be coming across this video, Starseed video, you know, on or off her channel or on or off my channel, we all have divine feminine and masculine energy within ourselves. So your husband, your boyfriend, your brother, your uncle, your dad, your son, they all have divine feminine energy within them. So this kind of can help and soften men in some ways if they work with this deck. This is also letting you know it's okay to be emotional. You know, controlling it.
I think even in a way of when men try to pretend, oh, I'm so like, I think it's even more like, I look more up to men that can show their feminine side,
balance,
because it shows me like they're so human and they have no fear to show this side of them.
And the same thing, guys versus girls for us. Like they're like, okay, girl, we know you can be emotional, but can you put your fucking foot down? Can you put your foot down? Your beep. Sorry about that.
That's fine. It's just life.
Okay, so to clarify all of this, we have the energy Yamoha. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And one more little side note I want to say, a book I recommend everyone reading who's interested in this, especially Pleiadians who resonate with that when I mentioned that word, is Bringers of the Dawn. It's a book that was channeled, an author channeled through Pleiadians, and it gives a really good insight to what Pleiadians are, maybe the kind of like earth insight.
That's back to what you were reading, like of the list, the Starseed.
Yeah, it gives a really good intellect on that. I listened to it as an audiobook on, it's not on that page.
That's my thing, because I'm not into reading, so that could be my thing.
It was amazing. And in there, I remember it saying that Starseeds have been coming here, or have been really being birthed in Earth to raise their. Our purpose is to raise the frequency and to raise the vibration of the earth and humanity as a whole. So I think I remember hearing, because I was listening to it, the 1980s is when we really started coming here. So I just wanted to make that a side note real quick. The goddess of all that flows. I am the Yamoha, the goddess of all that flows. I am the ocean of creative energy. We're creating indoors right now, you guys. Creating. All with love. Please do so. If you haven't started, do it now.
And not tomorrow. That's just an excuse. Why not now? In this
Today.
moment?
Put that stuff in your Amazon cart and go. You know it only costs you $14.95. Okay, it's only $14.95 for a box of crayons. No, I'm just kidding. But really, you can get really creative with under $20.
Yeah,
for real. Yeah. Even $10. I am an ocean of energy, of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Okay?
Beautiful. That's great. I love this.
And all of this, it's coming out of you. You're finding who you are. Sorry, I was over there. I'm finding...
Your camera is right there.
You're finding out who you are. You're connecting. You're remembering that you're not alone. You're here on Earth for a reason. You're connecting with the stars. You know Gaia. You're realizing who you are. You're being that creative person because guess what? We have time and we're kind of being told we don't have any other choice right now.
Yeah.
So then we have... Do you want to read this one?
Yes, that's for my girls, like my Turkish girls. I know you feel connected with this. Fatima, the mother of imams. Love is my lineage, and gratitude is my religion.
Ah, yes. So beautiful.
And all of those. And I'm so into faces. Whenever I see a face, like even this, like I'm always so like, it's like a magnet.
That's something that's unique to you.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm a makeup artist.
Yeah, exactly. I think you should, for yourself and as an example for your viewers, you could take that into your mission a little bit, and because that's a unique thing. Mm-hmm. That's not something you should just brush aside. And that's a lot of these discoveries too, as you're going through all this. Like, oh, who am I? What am I doing here? Kind of a thing. You're like even for card reading, I was raised Christian, and I was always told that's bad. You shouldn't do that.
I know.
You shouldn't do that. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's the way to. And then eventually I was like, the veil lifted, okay, and gratitude and love became my religion. And sorry, I get really enthusiastic. And I started running everything through the heart space. I'm like, this isn't bad. This is.
It feels good.
Yeah, it's all like, especially the way some readers are not all positive. This reader is, and you can be whatever kind of reader you want to be. Exactly. And listen to whoever you want to. But really, all the stuff that we're creating, and even like the inner work that we're doing, like the fear, we're not approaching fear with fear. Let's approach fear with love and gratitude and staying in this moment. Let's be grateful, you guys, that we have a roof over our head.
Yeah.
Right? We have running water, we have toilets, we have plumbing, we have electricity, we have everything that we need. We have the internet to do research.
And to be connected.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Yes, we have ways to stay connected. So
yeah.
And when you're creating and exploring things about yourself, be gentle and easy and loving to yourself, and just remain grateful for the food that you have in your fridge right now, and the toilet paper that you have.
My followers, they found out like 2 days ago that I found toilet paper. I shared it with
Finally,
the world.
she was like, I might need some. I was like, I got you. But I was blessed. I'm grateful because I was blessed with another female that we met through our little circle that we met at a few weeks ago. Yeah. She blessed me with like 20 things of toilet paper.
Oh, what?
Yeah, before this even happened. And I was like, that's a lot of toilet paper.
How did she come to this? It was like not even a topic.
I know. She needed a place to stay for a couple of days. I opened my place for her. She paid me toilet paper. We're talking about currency.
That's cute.
I know. I'm like, thank you, blessings. Okay, so the last deck we're gonna work with today to clarify is just say yes, everyone. We don't need to clarify this card. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Just say yes. Just say yes to going with it
and
creating.
Also, just say yes about the things you feel like they're good. Like, let's say people try to take advantage, like I was telling you before that.
Yeah.
And you say yes, yes, yes.
Right.
It's like
No
a
boundaries.
energy drain, right?
Yeah, exactly. With the media going on, everything, that's kind of the same thing. Saying yes to the media, you're going to turn that on and you're going to watch that. You're going to log into your Facebook. You're going to log into your social medias, and you're going to see all that coming up. I think now Facebook is even like having a broadcasted like tab on the top now. So that's you saying yes to going into that energy. And I'm not saying don't be safe. We're not saying that. We are. Where's our hand sanitizer? We have hand sanitizer.
Where is it?
Right. Let's go ahead. I mean, we're not. I'm not suggesting that this not be taken seriously.
Right? We're
Right?
serious about that.
We are serious, but we're not going to energetically cave in. Okay, we're saying no. We're setting boundaries to that, and we're saying yes to going within. We're saying yes to why am I here? What's going on? What does this all mean? And yes to creating with love, and yes to staying in gratitude,
Yes.
and yes to turning on that light within, and yes to saying, let's connect, let's shine our light, let's investigate, let's go within, let's say, what is the Starseed stuff? Maybe let's order this deck of cards and just see. You know what? This deck of cards is $14.95. I'm not kidding you when I say that. This is also $14.95.
We might have to put like an advertisement link in, like we're not getting paid for this, right?
Right, exactly. We're not. But you can pay us $14.95 if you want.
We accept PayPal.
Yes, we do. So just say yes. It's pretty simple. When that card came out, I also giggled to myself.
Imrama.
Thank you. Where are you being called to journey to? I just like tying up this reading too. Where are you being called to journey to? Physically, we can't really journey, but where is your soul wanting you to go? What is your soul wanting you to learn? What is your within divine feminine and divine masculine? Where are you wanting? Where is that wanting to take you? And what journey are you here to go on?
And sometimes, like in my case, I feel like my journey is always like I have a certain amount of time in my life, like certain chapters where I feel like this is where my journey goes to right now. And after I'm done with it, I feel like there's a new chapter going on. I have different journeys in my life. Yes,
each one's a little journey and a little lesson. It's beautiful. This whole life, this whole existence, and navigating it, and really, everyone, these particular two decks, I highly recommend for navigating that.
Yeah.
And then that can open you up to, maybe I should get this deck, or maybe I should get this Lightwork deck, or maybe I should get this Starseed deck. Then it can open that. But these are really good for staying focused and like working on you and what you're being called to do. So the last card I want to go over, and I will also give this to you for your viewers, your mission.
Thank you so much. I felt so strongly connected to this one, and that's the first one that you were pulling, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she said this is your card. And why did you say that?
I didn't know your mission yet, and I just felt that energetically from you, and then you told me your mission. I was like, well, yeah, there you go.
And for those who don't know my mission is to make, in general, females, and I want to empower women out there, especially young women that always been told they can't do things, because I was been told that as well, and I started to believe in it.
Yeah.
But I wanted more out of life, and that's why I want to empower now those who feel like there is something, I know I can, but something is blocking me, and I want to empower you. So that's my mission.
And you look very similar to her. Can you read to your viewers the card?
So, Gaia is the mother of believers. Oh yeah.
Aww.
I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. That is me, people. I just need a red up. I have a dress like this. I can show you on my IG.
She looks very similar. You could totally pull that off. I think that's you.
The mother of believers. I'm going to take a picture of this and I'm putting this in my IG as a reminder of our reading appointment today.
Yeah.
I love
awesome. Well, do you have any questions that maybe you, about anything we've gone over, anything I can tie up for
I have
you?
so many questions right now, but I think the fact that there's like also so many of you guys that, so for those who just like came here into this live video, we're doing a YouTube video right now in this direction. That's why we're always looking straight. And we started with the Starseed, and basically talking about Starseeds is Starseed are a certain type of human beings, or not human beings, depending now.
You're the souls
from somewhere else. And so we were talking about this. So please check out the YouTube video later on. But it's basically if somebody's not really into spirituality, but some kind of interested in, or if there is a connection somehow, but you don't really know, there's a spark, but you want to learn a little bit.
Like she has a spark.
Yeah. Then it's a good way to start, and she explained it very cool, because I'm into it, as I said, but not so deep, so I have not the full knowledge about readings and Starseeds. I had to look it up first.
And that's what I wanted to do, like a little intro reading. That's why I, like I said, went through this with you, so I could show you how easy it is. It could be a spread from any of these decks, but anyone can do this on their own, and you can totally teach yourself. Starseeds, you probably already feel other things more heavily than those around you.
Yes, I'm very I feel things, and I even sometimes have certain visions. They pop up, and I know this is going to happen. And then I have an inner peace already. I know already it's about to happen.
Yeah.
And then I'm check next.
Yay! That's you connecting with your higher self. So it's a beautiful journey, and I recommend it for anybody, even who's not resonating as a starseed, to really do the higher self journey. But I think it's beautiful. We started with I Remember in the Starseed deck, and the Lightwork deck. We finished with the how did you say this again?
Let me see. Imrama.
Imarama. Where are you being called to journey to? So you remember where? Where do you remember? And one other thing I will point out as far as readings go is when you're looking at your spread, okay, you could really make any spread you want. You can even just do 2 spreads, 1 card, 3, like 1, 2, 3, past, present, future. You, most of the time, not all the times, you want to look into the cards, okay, so I remember, and for me, in this card, what resonates with me is the heart, the star and the heart, and then on her, in her crown chakra too. It's interesting that she has earrings on too. So then you start studying the card, okay, well, what is that? What is that? And then that's spirit communicating.
But those things only people see that are into that. Somebody else would say, oh, it's a pretty pastel colored.
What do you
art.
see in that? What
I see
when it's I remember. What do you?
I see her, the way she has her body, the way she sits there. It's like a very feminine pose.
Perfect. Yeah.
So she opens up
Blossoming.
to Mother Earth, and she's really
beautiful.
She gives, but she takes from Mother Earth,
beautiful. And how would you tie that into I remember?
I remember where I'm coming
Soul
from.
plan.
From my mother's, how is it said? Stomach?
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from. MTV Cribs didn't
yes,
talk
right?
That.
Oh, but they taught you the other big word. Okay. Oh my god, I love that.
Now she's falling down.
I love it.
So that's what I see when I look at the card.
So that's how you do it, folks. That's literally, she just gave you, have you ever done that before?
No.
Very
first time.
Literally, and she just interpreted the card how it's supposed to be interpreted for her and her journey. And she did that for herself. Now, I could probably have said the same thing, channeling, universe and spirit for her, but I wanted to show an example. And so also what I would like to show here in particular, I noticed as I was laying these out that this line and this line all have similar colors. So this line has like an earthy, maybe not so much this card, but oranges and tans, and these have got blues and reds in them. And so it's, you want, literally there's no right or wrong way to tie together your spread is what I'm getting at. It's just really flexible. There's no right or wrong way to do it.
Yeah,
There's just
and
not.
that's back to realization. Like,
Yeah,
that's a fact that what came out here, but the way you look at things, and that's with everything in your life. There's always a fact in a situation that's going on, but what you are making out of that situation is always like up to how you see things and how you connect it with the world.
That's so beautiful, like you saying that right now in this time, you know, with this virus hanging over our heads. Like, that's exactly how I should handle this. And that's how I shouldn't say you should, I need to rephrase that. That's exactly how I'm handling this and how I recommend people do.
Yeah, because it feels so much easier. Like, life doesn't have to be full of fear and...
Why would you want to live like that? Like, I don't know why people... Some people do, and it's not wrong.
But I think it's people sometimes feel like they need an answer, and for those who are not like how we think eventually, but certain people like to have a fact, like an answer, like from somewhere. Like, somebody has to tell them an answer because they don't feel that security of being they don't know what's going on, and it's like fearful, and people are scared, and I get it, and people, they want to have an answer, so they like...
Both of our fathers called us today this morning, by the way, about all this, right? Your dad called too. Yeah, both of our fathers were like,
yeah, like my dad, he was saying like, are you at home? I'm like, yes, I'm home. Good. I'm like, okay, what you doing? I'm like, I have somebody coming up, like, we filming. Okay, but please wear a mask. I'm like, yeah, that would be probably very nice and not fearful for our followers.
That's not a good example at all. Sign that you know, they were worried about us.
Also, yes, in this time, in this moment right now, because I said, it depends on the way you see things, and it's like a realization, basically, what the card also said.
You gotta tie it in. I think you're a reader.
Depending on how you see things, from which view. So there's always a fact,
a choice of how you want to feel. Like, do you want to? This is a test in so many different ways and so many different levels, and I really hope that this reading was helpful and that you guys can, if you have any questions, please feel free to jump over to Lunar Link on my channel and comment me. You can find my email on any of my videos.
I think that's going to be the longest YouTube video I have on my channel.
My channel's
because I know, but like my longest one was, I think, like 25 or almost 30 minutes. And it's funny because I always thought people not really watching that, but actually they really watched that. I'm like, okay, I have more views on the long stuff, but some of the people, they like to get out the most important information quick because we are on a time clock always. And that's why it's good to have shorter clips as well, but I think this is going to be a long one because I don't want to cut out everything, because everything you said was so, and it's so intense, that whole like topic. So you cannot just cut stuff out.
No, you can't. And that's what I gave up on editing my reading videos. I just did, because it's just, and especially when there's a lot to say, it's perfect if you like. And I was like, you know, trying to work with Spirit before this, like, okay, I need to talk about this in this order, and Spirit was just like, use your intuition. There's just so much. Like, if you forget something, it's okay. But if you know, going off of forgetting something, what I do want to say about, like, how people, like, how we think and stuff. I mean, people, I don't want anyone to sit here and think that I'm not worried. And, okay, I am not worried. What I meant to say, not that I don't need answers now. Like, I want to know where, why, what, especially with the military coming in. I want to know answers, and I want to know why. But I don't let that control me. I don't let the desire of that outcome, knowing the outcome of that, control me.
And I'm probably more concerned about we react to situations like this.
And the more you can really react positively and like creating and like, you know, turning on those lights within you, the better all this is going to be for everyone. And like I said, you're contributing to the bigger picture out there, the bigger energetic picture. So I do want questions and answers now, but I go within now. I don't outsource those answers.
Absolutely.
And this will really all help that. And this, I really hope this reading did help anybody and everyone who you got something out of this video. As I said, I have email. I do true purpose readings. I work with, at the moment, 12 different decks, and I can get really in depth with you, those pricings and everything on my videos. Any of my comment boxes, you can find that information below. I do dance, and once we do have our life back and we can go to the gym again, I will be hosting a new dance practice. So
you eventually should even think about going up to the observatorium.
Yes.
And have a free public dance.
Yes,
because
exactly.
As long as you can still go out and you're not getting
I think
tickets for
exactly
it.
right. And which they're ticketing over in Munich, you said. Oh my gosh, so crazy. So let's stay as positive as we can. Like, why make the choice to be like in the slumber right now?
Yeah.
Why?
Absolutely.
There's just no reason.
So if you guys feel like you want to know more about those amazing things and those sparkles here on the table, my content will continue like I always did. It's very motivational, inspirational, empowering. But I think this is a part of all that because we all spiritually somehow connected with each other. Not even somehow, but some people, they just don't want to see that because they feel like it's something abnormal and like you cannot touch it physically.
Yeah, and the people that resonate with that story more are probably less of a starseed than the people that would resonate
and
with
that's
this.
totally fine.
Yeah, and I think,
but I wanted to give everybody the opportunity today to dive into that. And if you really want to know more, I would really highly recommend follow Lauren and check out, because she has so much more intense footage of this, more content on her page, and then you can like chat with her and leave her some comments and things that you would like to know. Like, you're totally good in her hands, and I can just like give this over to you.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for having me. Aww. I feel like there was like another card in here somewhere too, where it said something about like group connection. Where was that?
It's like you're not alone. Is it this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a reader, you guys. Physical connection. Even though we're being told not to. You
saw it. We disinfected.
Yeah, and on top, like, are you really gonna listen to the news reporter telling you not to hug your best friend? Are you kidding me right now? Absolutely not. Hug your friends. Physical connection and community. So stay well. Be safe. Go within. Peace, love, unity, and respect, everyone.
Bye-bye.
We love you.
Big hug, kisses. Be safe and healthy.
Yes. Namaste.